Yeah, I'm good.
Awesome. All right. Well, if you're ready to start, we'll start with questions. So you good?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let's start with Pete Sweeney. Go ahead, Pete.
Hey, Tyrann, good to see you again, man.
Sure.
You're always very thoughtful about what your goals are going into a season. So here you are, year 9. Just what are you setting out for yourself personally heading into this year?
To be honest, I have no personal goals. I think all my goals really come from, team, family, type things. I think the biggest thing for me this year is how can I continue to lift the guys around me? That's like the only thing that really matters to me is how can I get people to, communicate and play and study and, just be the best of themselves.
We'll go next to Sam McDowell. Go ahead, Sam.
Hey, Tyrann.
Hey.
Wanted to ask you about your contract situation. Are there talks to potentially extend your deal this offseason? And if so, what's your optimism on that happening before the season starts?
I'm a fairly optimistic guy. I'm not too concerned about money. I think I'm kind of good on that part. But yeah, I don't worry about that too much. You know what I mean? Like I said, man, the biggest thing for me is how can I continue to be the same guy, each and every day for my teammates. Because, I think when I'm able to be that person, I can bring out the best, in my room. So, money, personal goals, not really like number 1 or 2 on my list, nowadays.
Let's go next to Tyrann Petro. Go ahead, Tyrann.
Tyrann, first, just to follow up on to make sure I quote you directly, is that to say, I think Sam was asking, have you had talks about an extension? Can you just confirm that, yes, you have or you have not?
Oh, no, I don't. I let my agent do that. I don't get into that, no.
All right, but has your agent had talks?
Nah, he wouldn't tell me unless it's like official, so he kind of handles it until it becomes official. Then he'll let me in.
Okay, thank you for clarifying that. Then my question, if you to go back to the Super Bowl, I know you've had some time to reflect, and just a lot of people have wondered how much the traffic accident and the little girl being injured and Britt Reed being involved, whether that took a lot of energy out of you guys to see that kind of have that situation playing out in the building. Now that you've had time to reflect, do you think that in any way maybe took some wind out of your sails or made you guys flat for the game?
What I think to begin, I think it was, obviously an unfortunate incident. And, I think, we're still praying for everybody involved. I thought really, it was just, the day that we didn't really play our best. I don't think anything went our way. And we got to find a way to kind of, dig ourselves out of that kind of hole. When we can't get anything going, we can't make a play. I think the biggest thing I took in that game is just really composure. When things aren't going your way or you can't make a play, just try your best to remain calm, keep your composure. I probably say that's really what I see when I look back, on that night.
Let's go next to Herbie Teope.
Hey, Tyrann, always good to see you, man. Hope you're well.
Yes, sir, doing well.
Hey, along those same lines, to piggyback off of that, Patrick said that he's watched the Super Bowl twice. How many times have you watched it, and how many times have you shared those exact thoughts with your teammates?
I probably watched it maybe 4 or 5 times. Every time I watch it, it kind of hurts a little bit more. So for me, like I said, it's all about staying on top of my guys. I think losses like that can kind of derail certain teams. I think for us, if we're able to kind of put it behind us but learn from it, I think it'll be one of those games that can kind of build us going forward.
Let's go next to James Palmer. Go, James.
Tyrann, I hope you're doing well, man. Good to see you. I'm curious in your first answer when you talked about your goal is to uplift guys and motivate guys. And I'm kind of curious what your process is with that in an off season. You know what I mean? Are you reading things and then kind of writing stuff down about how you want to make some phone calls or talk to some guys? How do you go about, fulfilling those goals of bringing guys up? Because that's a big part of what you do.
Well, I think, obviously it's, obviously me kind of taking responsibility, but, I think anytime you have time to kind of watch tape, you try not to just focus on your play, right? You want to look at guys around you and, if you're able to kind of give guys a nugget or kind of give guys something that they can hang their hat on going forward, I think that's the kind of position I'm in, and that's really what I want to do. I had 2 great years here, all pro seasons, whatever, people want to call it. But until other guys in my room start making a Pro Bowl and all pro, and then I'll probably be satisfied.
Let's go next to Adam Teicher. Go ahead, Adam.
Hey, Tyrann, how you doing today?
Doing well. Yes, sir.
Good. Hey, you talked a minute ago about the extension. Just wondering whether or not, whenever that might happen, is it important for you to eventually get that extension and maybe extend the Chiefs portion of your career beyond these 3 years? And would you like to finish your career here if it works out that way?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I would love to spend the rest of, my time in Kansas City. Like I said, everybody's embraced me here. It reminds me so much of, a football town, and I think for me, that's everything, it's just waking up, seeing a family and then going to play football, so it's been a blessing to be here. I try my best not to get caught up into it. I try to let my people that work for me, really handle that. But I mean, obviously, you want to be locked in long term, but like I said, for me, it's all about, each and every day, just trying to win my day. I don't necessarily try to look 4 or 5 months down the road. I just try to put in enough work today that, things like that, are going to take care of themselves.
We got time for a couple more guys. We'll go Harold and Blair. Go ahead, Harold.
Tyrann, how you doing, man?
Doing well, sir. Yes, sir.
Good, man. Well, hey, I know you always kind of get with your yoga instructor in your mind to get your mentals right over the off season. Just especially after such an emotional loss in the Super Bowl, how have you kind of just got yourself prepared mentally for yet another season going into this, getting with those guys and just kind of getting your mind clear of everything?
Yeah, I really had to disconnect for a moment. It was a long season, not just for football players, but for, the whole world. And I think to have that time, away from the game, to reflect on, life and family, and then come back to it, I think it's given me, this new motivating factor. I feel like I have, more things to accomplish, and not just me personally, but as far as team goes. So that's really my mindset right now.
We'll go last to Blair Kirkhoff. Go ahead, Blair.
Right, and I'll have a follow-up. Tyrann, I'm just wondering if, first of all, we asked Coach Reed and Patrick about vaccinations. Just wondering if you got a COVID vaccine, and do you have a message about vaccinations?
Well, I have not gotten my vaccination yet. I'm hoping that I could do it soon, but obviously, it's a choice for everybody involved. I think everybody have different perspectives on it. I think at the end of the day, it's all about, trying to put yourself in the best position to live a healthy life going forward, and then all the people around you. So I'm hoping I can get to that. I'm still kind of going through the process, me and my family, but I'm hoping we can do it.
And also, I know we spoke last summer about social unrest and kind of where the country was, and now some of these, we're kind of back where we started in some places. I'm just wondering if you have some thoughts on what you're seeing these days.
Yeah, I mean, obviously I felt like, we were kind of taking some steps to make it all right and to cross certain bridges. But, obviously it's unfortunate to kind of see some of the same things continuing to happen. And I'm actually kind of speechless. I don't really know what to say at this point. I feel like I've tweeted enough. I've talked about it enough. I don't know. Maybe it's time to just kind of get some action plans, in motion. But no, I don't really know.
Tyrann, we appreciate you taking the time today. Thanks, man.
Thank you. Appreciate it.